All right, I am back with part 2 of my Wings journey. First episode, we went through the first 4 songs: Intro, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Begin, and Lie. I like them all. If you want to watch the first episode, the part 1 of this, I will put that up there, one of those places. I always get that opposite wrong. Today, we're doing the next 4. We've got Stigma, First Love, Reflection, and Mama. All right, speaking of which, hey, some of you guys left in the last comments about my mama. Some of you mentioned how I talked about her in some of the prior videos, actually way back when. If you want to know what that's all about, just go back in the old videos. It's probably the first several videos. I talked a lot about her, and then, you know, how she kind of like told me about BTS a long time ago and I didn't listen. Folks, always listen to your mother. And I've gotten to her journey and stuff, how she's here in America, but she's actually originally from South Korea. And so I've kind of got into that a little bit on this series, on this BTS series. So many of you said, hey, you should have her on there. I asked her. I don't know if she's comfortable about coming on camera and do something like that. I don't know. So I was thinking maybe I should like put up a photo, because you guys are like, we want to see your mom. You know, it's kind of funny how that whole thing's happened. So shaboom. All right, so let's get to today's episode. We got a lot of songs to get through. I'm excited because, like I said in the other one, I liked every single song on the first one. I thought it was a great start to an album. But the song Lie, track 4, man, oh man, oh man, that one just got me. That one crushed me, man. That one has been on my mind. I've listened to it. I've mentioned how I have a playlist of kind of rotating songs. I went and added it. It's in my rotation, that song. And then a bunch of you came to Twitter, found me, and you tweeted out at me about, you know, hey, how Lie is like your favorite song. But then some people were like, yeah, that one's okay, but I like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And I get it. I mean, everybody's different. Music is definitely subjective, and that's the great thing about it. So let's get right to it. We're going to Stigma. Let's roll. Ooh. Dang, it is shaking in here. I like it. I've said this how many times that I love the tone of his voice. There's something so unique about the tone of his voice, and it's almost like this, it's like, yeah, I almost want to put it into colors. It's almost like this, to me, it's almost like if I had to put in a color, it's almost like caramel or something. There's this sugary sweetness that's thick over his voice. I don't know a better way to explain, but that's what I hear in my head or see in my head or whatever. Wow, this starts off banging. And remember, this is coming from my favorite song, Lie, and this starts off already great. Jeez. Oh, that was nice. Hold on a second. All right, before going, I love the the rods, the metal, this, and I love that it went across, but then it came back and right then it flowed by real quick. So like left to right, it was like, that was really cool. I really love the snare. I've been talking about snares on this album, how they've been using different different mixes of the snare, which is great. I love the 808, but then that 808 hi-hat comes in, it's like, it's great use, man. It's great. I mentioned production on the part 1. Like I said, Dark and Wild, it was so great for me, and it took a while for me to leave it. But production wise, I don't know, man. This one is just it's banging in a different way, but it also has those subtle things, like that subtle charm, like that piano with that bass, with that thick boom. It's very well done. You know what I liked about that right there? I like how they did that. They didn't just heavy reverb their settings. And I mentioned in like, for me, I use the Waves bundle. That's what I use for a lot of my effects when I'm mixing in Waves. There's some great reverb settings. There's something called R-verb. And just what that was right there, that is very much one of those things that you can attain in R-verb if you're in the Waves platform, Waves environment. I love that it wasn't just a snare that had it, because the snare was like and almost coming back. The kick did the same thing. And they didn't run it through the same. It wasn't even like they just took the percussion track and ran it through that reverb. It sounds like they ran the snare separately through its own, and then the kick went through its own, which was a little bit different. It was a little backed off, so it didn't sizzle as long. You know what I mean? I love it. And now it's dry again. See how it's like I like this. Here's a different kick and snare with those claps. So it gives it a different little flavor right there. And you see how that kick is now defined? You can hear the batter. So it's like, it's a different setting. So it's like, there was a lot in that little part right there. Just like 3 things caught my ear. Oh, yes. That lead was, woo. It's great. Great way to start off today's episode with that, huh? Stigma. Performance, man. You know, sometimes bands or groups or acts or whatever, they have their thing, right? They have their thing. Almost every single act you can think of has their thing, what their thing is. Here's what I love about BTS. There isn't just their thing, because now I'm like kind of really, I'm deep into it. Okay. I'm deep into it, Army. And harmonies. Oh, man, that's their thing, right? Choreography. I mean, that's their thing, right? Fierce flow on the raps. I mean, it's kind of like their thing, right? Tone, vocal tones of their voice. That's their thing too. You talk about V, you talk about Sugar. They all, Jimin, Jungkook, they all have their little bit of a special tone, you know, to their voice, right? That's their thing. And then right here, when those highs, those falsettos, those head voices, those type of things, that's their thing too. What I'm getting at is I love that BTS doesn't just have one thing that like defines them. There are so many things. Oh my goodness. This is a great way to start. Okay, so that was Stigma. Let's go into First Love. 내 기억의 구석 한켠에 자리 잡은 갈색 피아노 어릴 적 집안의 구석 한켠에 자리 잡은 갈색 and lots of piano on this record. I like it a lot. 그때 기억해 내 키보다 훨씬 더 컸던 갈색 피아노 그게 나를 그때 난 우러러보며 동경했었네 작은 손가락으로 널 어루만질 때 I feel so nice, mom, I feel so nice 그저 손 가던 대로 꺼내던 건반 그때 너의 의미를 몰랐었네 그토록 동경했던 널 등한시하며 빼곡했던 건반구 위 먼지가 쌓여가며 망치됐던 네 모습 그때도 몰랐었지 너의 의미 내가 어디든 넌 항상 그 자리 지켰으니 그런데 그게 마지막 이럴 줄 몰랐네 이대로 가지마 You say 내가 떠나도 걱정은 하지마 너 스스로 잘 해낼 테니까 널 처음 만났던 그때가 생각나 어느새 훌쩍 커버렸네 네가 그때 반갑게 다시 맞아줘 That was really cool. Let me just stop right there. That was really cool. I was gonna say it's almost really soothing, even though his flow is a little bit meant to be, getting out everything he has to get out, but it's almost in a soothing way. It was almost like a calming thing. I could almost put that on repeat, and I could find myself just falling asleep, like just putting on repeat. I'd probably wake up 3 hours later with it, keep going. Mix wise, that was really cool. So he's coming out the center, and like I said, it's very soothing. And then you hear that echo where it's off a little bit, but right there, the voice it split. It went left and right. That's the stuff that teases my brain that I love so much. Wow. Okay. All right. Another note that just hit me, I want to mention is I noticed on this album there isn't like as many, how do I say it, like sample type stuff. I mean, it's piano, it's 808, but that's all done in production, like pre-pro. It's done in pre-production and all these things before you get in the studio. And in a record like this, you're probably getting everything together there. But so this is a difference already of what I'm noticing. You know what I mean? Not saying there are moments I'm sure that are in there that I just can't think of it right now so far. But yeah, I like that, and I like this dropping right there. That's a really good song. And you guys know that I get into the production aspect kind of like first, even though I'm a songwriter, I write the lyrics for my songs. But my brain tends to go to the production aspect first. But this is definitely one I feel like I want to pull up the lyrics on YouTube or something because I want to see exactly. I picked out some of the words that he was saying that I know, in the Korean language. I like to read it all in a flow and just let me know, exactly what he's talking about. Okay, so the next song is Reflection. You can take that a couple different ways. I always like that note progression that they're doing right there. It's very emotional. I know every life's a movie. We got different stars and stories. We got different nights and mornings. Our scenarios ain't just boring. 나는 이 영화가 너무 재밌어. 매일매일 잘 찍고 싶어. 난 날 쓰다듬어 주고 싶어. 나 쓰다듬어 주고 싶어. 근데 말야 가끔 나는 내가 너무너무 미워. 사실 그냥 서 있어 익숙한 어둠과 웃고 있는 사람들과 나를 잊게 하는데 슬며시 다가와서 나의 손을 잡는 fear. 괜찮아 다 둘셋이니까 나도 친구가 있으면 좋잖아. Like this too, man. So, this is like the chill part of the record. It starts off the way it was, and I'm just like, all these things. And it starts off so fierce with that intro. And then, by the time you get to Lie, it's like this big epic piece. And right now it kind of is like, this is a very, you talk about reflection. I don't know the words, but I can tell you it feels a very reflective type of piece. And so instead of reflecting off of the water, that type of reflection, it feels like the music feels like this is a very reflective type of piece. This is what it sounds like. I mentioned that chord progression. The payoff for that chord progression I talked about, I play it on my guitar all the time, what they're doing. It could be in different key. I might start in A or something like that. But the payoff for it is when you bring it all together and, with that, to me as a listener, musically, that's the payoff. That's what makes it all worthwhile. It's great. It's great. And I love he goes back and forth through two languages. I love it. Is this gonna change up? And that's a 909. Ooh, I like them. I like this song. I like this song. Okay, really dug that one. So far, these first three, I would say that's my favorite of these three. I didn't listen to Lie today, so I can't say I like it better than Lie. I think Lie is probably still my favorite because I just really kind of lost my mind over it. Yeah, I'll definitely pick this one and put this on my playlist too. Man, I just really dug that. It has a vibe on it that I really like, and it's, I hate to say something when something sounds like an era, because some people tend to do that in a derogatory sense, and I don't. When I say something sounds like something from an era that I cherish, that I love, to me, that's a high compliment, And to me, this gave those, I don't know, early to mid 90s vibes that I love so much, those pop vibes of that time. So you've got like some of there is right when grunge started to happen. So there's the rock side. You've got New Jack Swing, right? So it's kind of like the hip hop R&B side. This is that pop / R&B vibe of like 93. It just has such a good sound to it. And it just, I don't know, for me personally, when I hear that type of stuff, it's very relaxing. It makes me feel in a very good place. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, I could be driving, it could be I could be driving through the snow and a song like this comes out and the sun just peeks out. It makes you happy. I could be driving in the warm with the windows open and the sun peeks out. Hear this and it makes me happy. That's the kind of great vibes that song had for me. So wow, that's a good one. I really like that song. I actually want to listen to it again right now. But so let's go for it. We're at Mama, and so this is the last one for today. All right, let's see what we got, man. Let's see. Are we gonna go slow or are we gonna pick it up? What do we got? I love the jazz vibe feel of this one. Oh, do that. So it's like that. And they stop it right there. That's nice. Oh, that. What was that? It was like a saxophone sample. Love that snare. Hey, that doom, did doom. That's what I did in that Dynamite cover. That was weird. Oh, that was nice. Hey, a little wheels? Nice. And it's changing sides, changing back and forth. Little give and take on the wheels of steel. Love that. Okay, I like this one too a lot. I love that house kick right there. Nice. Yo. Nice. That's solid. This was the perfect episode to have a picture of my mama. Should have done it right in that. Man, that's a good one too. Dang it. I think I kind of moved more on that song because Reflection wasn't that type of song to move. I think Reflection moved me more, but moved me inside more. Mama moved me on the outside more. Okay. Gosh, man. First 8 songs. Man, boy, oh boy, if this was a half and half series, I'd be losing my mind that all 8 songs to start, all 8 songs are very repeatable for me. You know, I have no problem going back and listening to every single one of those multiple times. Yeah, man. You know, I was thinking about it since part 1. I felt like I liked the way that Wings started better than Dark and Wild when I got done with part 1. Now, I did not go back and listen to Dark and Wild in between these 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, because I didn't want to disrupt, the flow in my brain of these songs. But I think after these are done, yeah, I got to go back and listen to both of those. And I want to listen to them right around the same time as each other because I really fell in love with Dark and Wild. I think I fell in love with it where I was like, okay, I think I like this style better. But, like I said it, I've said it many times how much I love Dynamite. It's just, I like where that's going too. But I love the way this is going. And I mentioned that, there was some that I was shocked. I think when I looked it up with you guys on the last video, I think it said it sold 13,000 copies in the US. Now, there was some comments that said that needs to be updated or something like that. And I don't doubt it because, it is what it is. Not everything that out there on the internet is true. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I don't see how it's possible. And on top of it, it's too darn good. Like, it's too good. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. What I'm going to do is I pulled up some comments from the first video, and I want to kind of get to some of those with you guys. So, Lavinia Silva. Lie is one of my favorite songs from the album. Jimin's voice is everything to me, and the choreography. Now, I haven't seen the choreography, but I know that some of you said you have to see the video. There's a music video for it, apparently, or a live performance. Actually, I might be wrong. It's either one of those. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely getting to that. It was a comment by Roxyland. She says, so happy to see you react to the album. As someone who didn't know much about K-pop, I remember getting to know BTS with Young Forever songs and being so impressed with their lyrics. But then when Wings happened, and holy I couldn't believe it was K-pop. Nothing against K-pop, but I only knew Super Junior's Mr. Simple and songs that sounded like that. I don't even know that. You say that, I don't even know what that is, but dude, I love it. I love that everybody started on this journey at some point, and I love hearing those stories. So if you've got a story like that, drop the comment below. Tell me how you got started into BTS down this path, because I read all the comments. I try to get back to them. I just haven't been in a while. I've been like extremely crazy busy, more than usual. I'm eventually gonna get back to them. I'm gonna respond to you in YouTube, but I wanted to read some of those right here. Let's see here. MB, can't wait till you reach, is it LY Tier album? Okay, I'm excited to get to it too. Blood, Sweat, and Tears elevated them to high tier as musical artists. Yeah, I wish foreigners or mainstream locals will learn all the wonderful as well as masterful tracks that BT have in their discography. I love Dark and Wild too. Right. So that was Dork Shoujo. Okay, well, thank you, Shoujo. I'm not gonna call it the other. Lie is a masterpiece. Dimple Dimple, totes. Totally agree. Man, when you got a name like this, York, Yortrakul. I don't even know if I'm spelling it right. Can't wait to see your reaction to part 2. Keep going. You better believe it. I'm going to keep going. This is part 2. I can't wait to get to part 3 now. JCT, this is just the songs. I can't wait to see your reaction to the music video and live performance of each song. It's another level. Personally, I think American music industry and American audience, we're just still behind BTS time and their craft. I agree with that. And I cannot wait to get to music videos, live performance. I want to see a live performance alive. I cannot believe that. In the Wings era, RM, Suga, and J-Hope did a lot of producing for the songs. Okay. There are a few other producers at Big Hit that work on their album, but usually at least one of the members worked on each song. Also, RM wrote Begin for Jungkook. I love this kind of info. And that was Renee Zemlock. Thank you, Renee. I love this kind of info. I love reading this kind of stuff. And thank you so much when you send this in, because this, just gives me a better understanding of the band. It gives me all that stuff. All right. So Fran Zigzia, I know I butchered that one for sure, but you know who you are. Have you checked the lyrics also? The lyrics are gold. So I've seen that a couple times, and yes, just because my brain kind of drifts to the production first, doesn't mean I don't love reading the lyrics. I do love reading the lyrics. I think it is my intention. And I actually did that, just so you know, on Dark and Wild. I went back and I was reading lyrics. Now, I didn't do it as a reaction because I already did the albums. I just didn't think anybody would really want to see me, reacting to the lyrics of the song. Maybe you do. I don't know. But yeah, I do, and I like to. And since I'm on this path, I'm not doing this for the sake of doing a reaction video. I'm into it. I'm part of this. I love this. So yes, I want to know everything about it. So lyrics are the core. You know what I mean? That's everything. So yeah, I want to know that. But thank you. Yes, I do. I can't wait to read the lyrics for it. What is this? Magdalena Grabowska. Lie is one of the best songs there, and I mean music in general, not only BTS, pop, or etc. The album is masterpiece. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I didn't hear enough about Wings when I started my BTS journey. I feel like people should have been beating me down. Like, you need to go listen to this record. You need to hear the song Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You need to hear Lie, all these things. So, yeah. Rucha Moria. Oh my God, you did Wings. Oh my God, yes. And you know what? I'm going to keep going. And when I get through Wings, I'm going to the next one. First things first, we're going to get to part 3 after this. Okay. Meg's YouTube. I wish you could have seen the Wings concert. BTS Live is the best. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I wish I could have seen. That's the thing. That's a good point. Okay, that's a great point. And I'll end it right here. These are the times that I get a little, and I mentioned this before. I think I mentioned it in the Taylor Swift video, was when I get into something like this and I start obsessing about it and listening to it, constantly thinking about it, I have a little twinge of me that gets a little depressed, because I'm like, dang it, when I get back to these old albums, I wish I was around in that era, right? I wish I was around in a band's era. It's like, okay, for me, rock and roll. Yeah, of course, I wish I was old enough to see Led Zeppelin in their prime live. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So I get a little depressed, like, dang it. But what's more depressing is when I'm a grown adult and I was able to go see concerts of something like this, like let's say of a certain tour, and I didn't do it. I didn't know about it. I wasn't there or whatever. That's when I get a little depressed, like saying, yeah, I can listen to it now and I can see them live now and they may play a song or two. But when they're on that tour and they play most of the songs from that album, that's what I missed out. And I can watch it on YouTube. But I'm going to tell you, friends, there is nothing like being at a concert live. Is there? I mean, there is just nothing like it in the world. I love it so much. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this. This is Wings Part 2. Coming soon, Wings Part 3. All right, this is Tommy Mars. I'm going to check you later.